Hey guys, Jay Senior here, and today I have 3 reasons why I absolutely love shooting slow motion when I'm filming music videos. So slow motion is a really handy tool. There's just something about slow motion that makes a music video look really special compared to when you're just shooting at a normal frame rate. It's that secret sauce, it's that magic which really adds to the clip. Now there's a few different reasons to shoot slow motion compared to normal motion that are both aesthetic and practical. However, it can also have its challenges, like trying to sync the playback and make sure that you're playing the track at the right speed because you're slowing things down and speeding things up, etc. However, having said that, I think that the benefits way outweigh the extra trouble that you have to go to. So the first reason is when you're doing band shots, you can actually get through a lot more shots a lot faster. And this is really important, especially when you have a very limited time at sunrise or sunset before the light starts to change. Shooting in slow motion means that you need to speed up the track, so the musicians actually play the track faster, and then when you take that to the computer, their performance gets slowed down so it ends up being in time with the song. So let's say you're shooting at 50 frames a second instead of 25, that's going to be twice as long when you stretch it out. So the song, you are actually playing twice as fast. So your average 3-minute song you're taking and then you're compressing that to 1.5 minutes. Which means that you can get through pretty much double the amount of takes if you're shooting at double the frame rate. It doesn't always need to be double. Sometimes we shoot at about 140-150% the speed of the song, so it ends up being about 3/4 the length of a normal take. There's many examples of this getting used in music videos. It allows the band or the artist to be performing the song in time while all of their movements outside of the singing are actually in slow motion, so it creates a really cool effect. This is one that was used on the Yellow video by Coldplay, and we recently used this technique on the Wolf Brothers clip, which is coming out very shortly down in Tasmania. So not just when it comes to band shots is this effective, but also being able to use this when you're shooting just like story scenes and stuff for a clip. It can be very effective because it means you can get through more takes and have that footage stretched out. Like if you're shooting at double the frame rate, then let's say you shoot 20 seconds worth of footage, you're going to end up having 40 that you can use. And this is really handy when you're on a very limited time schedule when you have sunrise or sunset. Okay, now the second reason that slow motion is such an effective tool when you're shooting music videos is that it helps to stabilize the footage. Often you'll see music videos that are shot in real time and there'll be quite a bit of camera shake unless you're on a stabilizer on a gimbal or something like that. However, when you're shooting slow motion, that handheld movement is obviously slowed down quite dramatically, and then you get this really smooth motion instead of all of these bumps that you would get from just holding a camera regularly. Shooting slow motion is such an effective tool because you can take all of that handheld movement that you get when you're shooting at normal speed and slow that down 125 frames a second, about 5 times slower than real life. And then what you're getting is this slow motion where you're not getting any shake as much from the camera. There's only tiny little sections where there is too much shake to actually use the shot. So even if you're shooting handheld and you don't have a stabilizer or anything, being able to shoot slow motion will allow your footage to be much smoother and much more cinematic. Now obviously the reverse is true too. If you're after a lot of camera shake and energy, maybe it's a good idea to be shooting at a normal frame rate. Being able to use that as a technique allows for absolutely fantastic footage without actually having to invest in a heap of like fantastic stabilizers and gimbals. You can get really slow, smooth footage just from what's in your camera by using slow motion. Now the third and final reason that I absolutely love to shoot slow motion for music videos is because you can capture a moment in time. Some of the most magical moments that you get when you're shooting a music video, capturing those emotions, they only last for about 1 or 2 seconds. Now being able to shoot at slow motion means that you can take that 1 or 2 seconds of absolute gold and you can stretch that out into a 5-10 second clip, which really allows you to capture that moment in time, which is really special and effective. Those moments when you get that real world connection for a split second between 2 people is such an amazing moment to capture, and being able to stretch that out is fantastic. There's a fantastic quote from the company, Vision Research, which makes the Phantom cameras, which make really, really high frame rate cameras, over 1,000 frames a second. And their quote is, "When it's too fast to see, but too important to miss." And there's a lot of truth in that statement, being able to take just a moment, 1 or 2 seconds, and stretch it out sometimes to even 30 seconds, depending on what frame rate you're using. I know it's been a really effective technique for a lot of clips that I've worked on, including shooting cans off fence posts and just capturing that raw emotion between people. It just makes it so much better. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope that you found some of this insight valuable as to why slow motion is such an effective tool when you're shooting music videos and just other videos in general. We're looking at filling up the calendar with some brand new music videos for the middle of the year. So if you're interested in shooting a video of any kind, please get in touch. We'd love to work with you. My name is Jay Sini, and we'll see you later.